Alright guys, so we're getting ready to take the rotary truck into town. I gotta get some oil to change the oil in the pickup, some cleaning supplies, just I'm running out of car detail cleaning stuff because the Corvette's sucking it all up. And I want to get some sea foam, which is the stuff that you like put in. It's like fuel additive, but it cleans stuff. For when I put a bunch of fresh fuel in the dirt bike, it's good. Which reminds me, I need to grab my gas cans as well because I got to put gas in the rotary truck because we're driving that. I also washed it. But today too, I'm going to take some pictures of the race car so I can get the ad up on Monday, the official for sale ad for that car. So, which that'll probably be posted before you see this. So let's get cracking. I'm gonna go grab my gas cans and we're gonna roll out. All right, guys, we're back from running errands. I got to move the race car real quick, which keys should be in it. We gotta unget it from out from here, and then I need to I want to keep this steering wheel that's in here because I don't know, it's just one part of the car that I'd like to keep. It's a original, like it's a Momo wheel from way back in the day. So I'm gonna switch the steering wheel in my silver car with this one, and then I'm going to put the one that was in my FC in my silver car. Are you kidding me? I come all the way out here, get in the car, and the keys aren't in it. Alright, so for the record, it did fire right up, but I just didn't turn the camera on. Thought it was turned on, but it wasn't. This is going to be fun. Bam, bam. Alright, let's clean this thing off a little bit. Just dust it off, empty it out. Oh, I don't have my spare tire is on the other race car, so I don't have a spare tire to put back here. Jengus. I need to go look and see if I have a tire to put on that race car for now, that I can put the spare tire that goes with this car back on this car, and I just need to like dust off the back of this so I can take some pictures. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I got the pictures taken, sadly, but as you saw, the car comes out, looks pretty good. She's got a lot of character, especially with all the cool stuff done to the bottom of it and suspension and whatnot. So put this thing back under the roof, move the truck up under the roof as well. So I'm going to work on it tomorrow. I got an exhaust leak on the Chevy and I need to change the oil. And then I'm going to get cleaned up. I.e. get me cleaned up. And then I'm going to take the vet down, just go for a cruise. Take it uptown. See what kind of trouble we can get into. Here you go. Fire up. How about that? And people, no one can complain that this thing does not start easy. Unless you've gotten this thing like super heat soaked. Then that carburetor's not too enthused when you have it like a bunch of degrees. Man, this steering wheel's nice in here. It's so much bigger than that other one and closer to you. I should have swapped this steering wheel out a long time ago. Alright, so this thing's up here. Have y'all ever like gotten out of a car at your house and then decided that, you know, there might be way too many cars at your house? When you're like, that's your door to your house and you got cars and more cars everywhere, and there's cars there, and cars in the grass on a really steep hill, and cars there and there. Y'all ever had that feeling? Oh wait, there's a Jeep up there too. And maybe you have too much stuff. I got that feeling. So we selling stuff. You know, selling stuff, paying for more stuff, upgrading other stuff, all kinds of stuff, right? Stuff everywhere. So let's move the truck so it can sit under the roof. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, like full blown. They're saying 50 whatever % chance, which means that it's probably gonna rain. Normally they'll say like 20 if they really think it's not, but like, become a weatherman. You can be wrong all the time and they won't fire you. So, but it's also built into your job that you can technically never be wrong. How about that exhaust leak? But how about how fast this thing fires up? For 265,000 miles on it, original engine and transmission, 4L60E, still rocking. This thing is a beast. But yeah, back to the weatherman thing. If you say it's gonna be 5% chance of rain because you think it won't rain, you're still right. Even if it doesn't rain or if it does. You know, they'll never really say 0% chance of rain, get it? So if they say it's never gonna rain that day and then it does, they're wrong. So, best job ever, right? One you can never be wrong at. All right, back up the yard the other way. You know what? Hey, I'm a civil engineer, but you think I should build a lake in here? So if I put a little dam, oh, that was great, scratching my roof. So if I put a little dam right there and filled up that low spot, you know, this big ravine, I could definitely make me like a 1/4 acre pond. But I do kind of like having my ravine of death, and I also like all my trees. The hard part is when you do an embankment and you flood all the trees usually don't like that much water, so then you'll start losing trees. Oh, no chance. Have a steep grass hill at your house, they said. We got 4-wheel drive. How about that? 4-wheel drive, baby. None of that living in the South with a 2-wheel drive truck. You gotta have 4-wheel drive all the time. On the button. So the main ticket is I just really need to get like the front of this truck, the engine bay area up here, put it back in 2-wheel. But because if it starts to rain tomorrow while I'm working, because the weatherman might be right, they might be wrong, I don't want to get wet. And I got to do the exhaust manifold gaskets. So on this truck they have little like lead donuts that go from the manifold to the big catalytic converter Y pipe sectiony thing that's on this car, or on that truck. I've replaced them once 2 years ago with just regular O'Reilly units, and they're leaking again. So I got some off of like Summit Racing. Apparently they're better or smarter or stronger or whatever. So that's what we're gonna put in there. I don't know, they look a lot better. We'll see tomorrow when we get them in. So let's we may be cruising later in the vet. You might see some of that if I do anything fun that I film, and if not, we're gonna be working on that in the morning. So we'll see you in the morning. So just want to say we out here cruising with Vinny, Mr. Vin Auto in the Viper, down here in Mexico, doing some pulls. Can confirm the vet beats the Viper, but good to see Vinny out and about. Heck yeah. Alright guys, it's the morning. Well, day-ish, 10:30. Excuse me. And I got the truck out here. We got the hood popped last night. It was super fun. Cruised the vet up to Nashville. Met up with a couple buddies at the local, let's call it the local fishing spot. And yeah, didn't do any runs with any strangers, but when me and a buddy were leaving, did a couple pulls. He's got a 03 Viper, like the convertible one from Tokyo Drift at the very beginning. Red, beautiful car. Did some pulls on that. Vet's got it. So it's If y'all remember the single turbo 335 BMW that I had, that car was a lot more fun to go like hunting and stuff on the road because, well, it was really fast for what it was, and it was a mega sleeper. So like racing against vets and big cam Camaros and stuff was like no problem for that car. But the Z06 is more of one of those like super flashy people always want to race you cars, but then mine's stock, so it's not, I mean it's fast, don't get me wrong, but it's not like fast, you know. So anyways, I gotta grab some tools and some lights. It's raining still, not too into it, and we gotta get those exhaust donuts replaced and do a quick oil change. So should have an oil filter right here. This one? 51036. I think that's the guy. It's not this one. This is for the big 350 stuff, like what you'd see on my mom's Bel Air. The big one. Need this one. Alright guys, so we went to the parts store. Actually 2 parts stores. Because the first one didn't have them, but the second one did. We got the bits. It quit raining. It's super sunny. I broke a bolt off in the dang manifold. But I got all the bolts out. I went 5 for 5 on getting bolts off. And then the 6th one snapped off. So I'm going to pull it over here. It's going to be loud as hail. So I'm going to pull this thing over here. Open manifolds. Headers are just kind of, cats are just hanging there. Because I need to get the welder out so I can weld a nut on it. And it's like soaked under here and it's drying out because of the sun. So you ready to hear this thing? Open manifold, sketchy small block 350 Chevy ratty truck. Watch the dog's reaction. Oh, this is annoying. I've only ever had to do this once. Oh. Phew. Sounds like CJ's stock car. Man, this thing's a rag without the exhaust on it. Oh, and it smells horrible. The only thing is, it just did rain a metric butt ton. And hopefully we don't get this thing stuck in the yard. So we'll see at the shop. Alright, now that atrocity is done. Oh, let's get this thing open. Again, you can see gaskets, fun stuff, working on daily drivers. It's great, it's great, it's great. At least the rain stopped though. Get this cranked up, go get the rest of my junk from up here, grab the gaskets from over here, throw the jack under it a little bit so I got a little extra room, put my cardboard down, weld the nut on, take the nut off, put the new gaskets in, and you guys will see it when I'm done. Alright guys, so we are completely done with the truck, i.e. she's full of oil, fresh filter, exhaust leaks fixed. Just wait till you hear it. Sounds awesome. So unfortunately the truck got dusty, even though I washed it yesterday, which is mildly unfortunate, but oh well. Check this out. And there comes the oil pressure, and we're good. Yeah, Chevy Flowmaster, baby. So this thing's got true duals, Flowmaster Super 40s. She bad. Good old 350 Chevy. So now that this is done, it's gonna rain. I gotta move it out of the way, and guess I'll close the door. Move this back over here behind the vet. We'll drive it to work on Monday, tomorrow, and bloop. Okay, so plan for what I need to do today, for the rest of the day, which is just gonna be me doing stuff. Yeah, whatever. We are going to grab the tractor. I gotta move some rock from right there to right there where it washed my rocks out, because it literally monsooned here. You can see this little rilling. So the civil engineering term for paths eroded into stuff is called rilling. R-I-L-L-I-N-G. Fact of the video. So you can see I have a lot of rilling. You can't, oh, barely see it. Not really. Camera doesn't do it any justice. There you can kind of see it, just like where the water has eroded through my rocks, because when you get like some pretty quick velocities, it tears it up. So I tried to like obviously reinforce it here, but the water is going around it. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut a railroad tie probably, and I want to lay a railroad tie diagonally right here, because what that'll do is catch the water and direct it there, and then it'll go out. Now you ask, why would you put a railroad tie in the ground? Because now you got to drive over it. Well, yes, I will have to drive over it, but my driveway won't wash out as bad. So I may try to tackle that right now, but maybe not. The other thing that I need to finish is right here. I need to bring the rocks, the like rock trim. See, I got the big rocks there. The big rocks are going to come to right here and then go through this little ditch. And then I need to bring a railroad tie from there to this side of the ditch. So the reason to do the rocks there is because I got water that comes from here to here, and then it goes down into the ravine of death. But if I put a railroad tie through there, I have to leave a gap for the water to go through, because otherwise the water will hit the railroad tie, then it'll go all the way down here, and it'll make a big old mess of this. So I got to leave a spot for it to go. So I figured the natural place to transition, which is kind of why I have that there, is so that I can do it right here. So maybe we'll throw one of these railroad ties in, and I don't really have a ton of more big rocks, but that's something I need to get ordered at some point, which it costs money. But what is unfortunate about having a rock driveway and or fixing a rock driveway is you're basically just sitting dollar bills in your yard and then watching your rocks erode away as the years go on. So I need to dig this out here, but my ditch seems to be working, sort of. But I just got to do a couple cleanup things. We're supposed to get more rain. I'd like to get some of it tidied up before the rain, just that way it doesn't get any worse. This has been a never-ending battle, because even my drainage pipes going around there, they're working though, which is awesome. So anyways, that's probably gonna be the end of this video. I just gotta do some stuff there, clean up the house. So thanks for watching. Weekend was successful. See you in the next video. Peace.